All right. So we are going into the last week of the month. So today's what? The 27th. So we've got the 27th, the rest of this evening, the 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. I bet you so many of you guys said we had 3 or 4 days left, and no, technically we don't. We have a couple more hours added on. I'm always about looking at the positive end of the spectrum there. And I was in a chat today, and and maybe it was late last night, early this morning. I can't really remember which one it was, but somebody in there was talking about how they weren't qualified and active, and they weren't going to get paid till after the end of the month, and they were worried that they weren't going to get paid. I wanna bring that up for the fact that I have definitely seen it where people have missed being qualified and active. So I want everybody, once we're done with this Zoom, to make sure that you are qualified and active. Make sure that you have PV in your personal orders, either your personal order or customer orders. And when you log in, the system's really awesome because it'll give you an alert to set up a auto ship. If you don't have that 100 PV, a lot of times that's when it gives the warning, because they want to make sure going into the new month that you're going to get paid and everything's going to roll over. So as we're finishing up this month, I want to encourage all of you, don't give up before 11:59.59 or whatever on the 31st. Don't give up, because you still have plenty of time to get those 2 customers in so that you're thriving for free next month. I wanted to kind of go over a couple things tonight that'll help you. I have a lot of people that have said that they struggle with getting their customers to thrive for free. And so that's something I wanted to talk about tonight, just for the simple fact that it took me, I'm going to say 17 months to finally figure out how to help my customers thrive for free. So there's a lot of you guys that have been in here a lot less time than me. And, I could just never get my customers to I couldn't get them to refer people to me really. And I didn't know what I was missing. And what I realized was I was making them do the work instead of them just sharing actually how they felt, right? So what's worked for me is that I have been very, very, very intentional with helping okay, hold on, wait, I'm going to stop. I don't want to hear anybody talk about anything negative. Period. End of story. When it comes out of your mouth, you reflect it, you attract it. So negativity, be gone, okay? If you lost customers, that happens, okay? It does. I love you, but no negativity. When you talk negative, guys, about yourselves, when you say, I can't sign any customers, I can't sign any promoters, my customers are quitting, my promoters are quitting, nobody's wanting to talk to me, people are being negative, you are attracting that. Go listen to the law of attraction. I promise you. Be gone with that. Anytime you feel a negative feeling coming over you, I want you to write down 10 affirmations about yourself. 10. That 10 might be really hard to come up with at first. But if you do it every single time a negative thought comes into your mind, I promise you, you are going to change the way that you are doing things. And I want you guys to realize when I just said, please go away, go away. When I just said I took 17 months to figure out how to help my customers thrive for free, what I mean by that is that I was looking at it as I can't get my customers to thrive for free before that, all right? When I decided all these other people are doing it, why can't I do it? I figured out a solution, and that is how you are going to be successful in this business, guys. When you figure out a solution for whatever obstacle it is that you're having, period. People are going to quit. What do? You go find more people. People are going to quit ordering. What do? You go find new customers. People are going to not reply to you when you message them. What do? You keep on moving. You keep on talking to new people. I, for one, can tell you that when I was in my chat earlier and people were talking about, I haven't signed any customers since whatever for the past year or whatever, all I could sit there and think of, are those people really getting on the Zooms? Are they really adding to their network on a regular basis? Are they staying consistent? Are they staying consistent with posting, sharing, getting minis out? Are they using the products on a daily basis? Are they surrounding themselves with positivity and people that are where they want to be? There's a difference between being in a chat, guys, with a group of people that are complaining and not really wanting to get anywhere, than being in a group chat with people that are going to say, stop that. Let's get your head on right. Let's not have, why you guys think I don't have negativity? Like, I will delete a negative post in a heartbeat, and I won't, there's no explanation. I don't need to explain it. Shouldn't have been there in the first place, right? And the reason why I do that is because it's so toxic. It's so toxic. So get that out of your head right now. So this is a motivational Zoom. I don't want to be all red. I want to give you some tips and help you and encourage you. But I just saw that pop up, and I love you who said that they lost customers. I love you, but I lose customers all the time because people don't follow directions. Trust me, go work one day in the hospital and you'll find out almost every single patient does things the way they think that they know better than the doctors and the nurses and everybody else in the medical world, right? Because their blood pressure's through the roof and their thyroid's all out of whack because they don't do stuff the way they're supposed to do it when they're supposed to do it, okay? People don't follow directions, guys. They don't take the pills, the capsules, the lifestyle mix the way they're supposed to, and therefore they don't change their diet, they don't change their exercise, and then they want to blame the product. It's a scapegoat, right? So you just got to work with people and meet them where they're at, and if things don't add up, they don't add up. Marry on your way, right? So how do you help your customers? First of all, I'm going to be honest with you. Plug them in. Plug them in to excitement. You know, if you're on our team, you know, we have the Jumpstart group. If you're on Lisa's team, if you're on anybody's team but like everybody underneath Lisa, we started that Jumpstart group months and months and months ago. You guys, every single day, there are posts in that page. You know, I know a lot of people from my team and Jamie, we all have this burn group happening, and it's just specifically on burn. And I'm going to tell you, one day, I'm going to tell you a little story. And stories kind of help me bring it to life. So I have this customer who is in love with rest, okay? So she sees her friend talking about not being able to sleep. My customer, because I informed her, hey, listen, if you get referrals, you can get the product for free, right? So my customer, what does she do? She comments and tags me. She doesn't try to answer all of the questions or anything like that. She just tags me. And I go on and I say, hey, girl, listen, we have this amazing product that Tiffany's been using. If you want me to message you, I'll shoot you a message, right? I shoot her a message. I send her a friend request. She accepts the friend request. I'm talking to her in a chat. She doesn't have money for another week and a half. So I write her down. She says she can order the following Friday. I put her in my follow-up. And then because I friended this person, she was only planning on ordering rest the following Friday from me. Because I friended this person and because I share testimonies, she then saw me post about burn. You see, there's a key. When you say, is it okay if I message you? If they say yes, you shoot them a friend request. And then when you're messaging, you give them your customer's referral link. Don't know what your customer's referral link? Log on to your computer or log on to your phone, look up their username, and it's the same as what yours ends with, okay? So their username and then the same, I always do the Thrive 2.0 just because it's simpler, I think, to navigate on the screen. So shoot a friend request, and give them their customer link or their friend's link. And then she saw me posting about burn. And I said, girl, listen, if you want, I'll go ahead and add you into our burn customer group so you can take a look and see what's happening, right? She is ordering. I've already got that, a plan. She's ordering. She signed up as a free customer. Okay, check, check. She's gone through 2 parts of the funnel. Now I need some third-party validation, right? You heard that before. So I made friends with her. I got her a free customer account. I added her to the burn group. So now she's seeing all these customers that are talking about their burn result and sharing their burn experience, right? So on that following Friday, I message her and she orders burn and she orders rest, okay? So she gets the 2 products and I tell her, now listen, just like I helped Tiffany with getting a referral, I want to help you thrive for free as well. You told me that money was tight. She's not interested in becoming a promoter. So let me show you how to do that. I said, when you get your burn, just take a picture and tag me, okay? So she does that and she starts getting comments. So what happens? I am the one who responds. I respond to the comments. I'm the one who talks to her friends. When her friends comment, I say, hey, is it okay if I message you? And then I shoot the friend a friend request and the cycle continues. You guys, I think I got 4 customers like boom, 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 back to back because of her posting. She posted one day and guess what? She only bought the burn DFT, and because of the burn page, she knew, because it's repeatedly said on there, that you need to take all 3 steps to get the best results, right? So it wasn't just me trying to upsell her. It was the fact that she saw other people saying they needed the other 2 steps. So guess what? That's what she did when she got the referral. She turned around on the 2nd of July and she was able to get free credits in order to order the extra products plus another month of DFT burn, right? So I want to encourage you guys to definitely 100%. And if you have somebody that's getting a lot of referrals, maybe have their husband or somebody sign up as a free customer under them and have them get referrals so that both in the household can thrive for free. All right. So there we go. That's going to solve your problem with helping your customers thrive for free. But it's also, as long as she has an auto ship going and able to use those credits or not, that's still going to help you thrive for free as well. You won't get her customer referrals, but you'll get her actual auto ship order. So as we finish up this month, I want you guys to realize that if you're not thriving for free, or maybe your husband or your wife, if you're a guy or a woman, whatever you like, whatever, your spouse, significant other, help them. Like if they want to thrive for free, you worry about getting yourself thriving for free and then help them thrive for free as well. And then help your customers thrive for free. And that is going to cause a ripple effect. It's also going to be great for your check and your volume. So the next thing that I wanted to really talk about was this week, my team's kind of going back to the basics. And today we did a post about our 3 steps, right? Because we want to make sure that everybody is kind of sharing that. I think so many people get away. And I know I've had a lot on my team specifically that have told me that they've been making themselves go live more. And they're getting a heck of a lot more people that are messaging them and talking to them and asking questions. And some of them used to go live a lot, but then they kind of just stopped going live. And they've seen it totally change their business, guys. And I just want to encourage every single one of you guys on here, if you're scared, that's okay. Do it scared. Do it to yourself. Ask somebody to get on a live with you. You know, I just hopped on a live just a couple minutes ago with Jessica because she was doing a live, and I popped on there just to give some support. And she was like, hey, you want to go live with me? I'm like, sure, okay, whatever. And then I just get on and I start talking. You guys, you know, if I ever hop on your lives and I don't have like a kid screaming and I don't look like a bloody nightmare, sure, I'll jump on. I don't care. Not a problem, right? Because, you know, it's all good. But it's also good because then your friends hear somebody else talking as well. And I want to encourage you guys, don't like be afraid to team up. Like if you're nervous, have somebody else hop on there with you that maybe is a little bit more seasoned in doing it. And then it'll help ease your nerves a little bit because you're then talking to somebody instead of just talking to yourself and the screen. And sometimes, I'm going to be honest with you guys, a lot of times when you go live, you're going to notice, especially when you start going live, that there's not a whole lot of people on. Sometimes there's not a lot of people on at all. And what you have to ask yourself is, okay, why are people not hopping on here? A, because they're not used to you doing it. B, you got to get some interaction going on, asking questions, talking. I have learned that just trying to ask questions doing it, it'll really, really help. Yes. You get new customers, guys. I had done a live, and because of the way Facebook has changed a little bit, I just want you guys to realize, because you've been hearing people talk about stories for so long, but I want you guys to realize something. Right now, those stories are still showing at the top after you've gone live during the day, okay? So what happens is the people that are like scrolling, maybe they're at work and they're checking out the stories or whatever, they're seeing them more. I've noticed it on Instagram. I've noticed it on Facebook. I had a girl message me the other day, an old coworker, and she was like, girl, I need that. And I was like, hey, do you want to watch this video? Da, da, da. She was like, heck no, you already sold me on your video. And I was like, sweet, let's get you started. She still hasn't ordered, but guess what? Guess who I'm going to be following up with, right? I know that I need to message her before the month end because she said that she was interested. So I'm going to make sure I message her and say, listen, girl, this is what I can do. If you have credits, if you want to give money back, or if you just want to say, listen, the month's almost over. I want you to get started in September on the right note. Let's get this ordered for you now, right? So I know most nurses, and I know the hospital she works at, she normally gets paid on Thursday or Friday. So I'm going to be sure to message her before the month is over. But really, really updating and getting a hold of your stories is going to be huge. When I said we were doing a reboot this week, so here's some of the basics. I wrote them down. I'm going to look at my paper. We're going to do a reboot with the live or just a product post sharing your 3 steps. We're also going to talk about transformations, okay? Getting in the habit of sharing and I've been kind of prepping my team all month for this kind of stuff. We've been doing kind of challenges and I've been throwing it out there about doing lives. But this is also going to include the next 5 days being committed to sharing at least one Thrive testimony every day on your Facebook. Should be already doing that, but a lot of people get away and get out of the habit of it. So for like the following 5 days, that's what we're going to be focused on. And then we're going to do 3-day samples. I want everybody. I'm going to be launching in September. I haven't decided if it's the beginning or when, but sometime in September, I'm going to be doing a 3-day mini challenge. And we're going to change it up a little bit and do it in a way that I think will be more effective to help people close on those that actually truly sample. So basically when we do it, we're going to get all the samples out at one time, and then we're going to put everybody in a group that's sampling, and then we're going to give them tips and walk them through the 3 steps as they do it. And then they'll only be in that group for like a week because we're going to let them go through their 3 steps and try to close them all in one shot. And this is going to help them have others that are doing the same thing for the same 3 days. It's going to give them tips, walking through, troubleshooting, and all of the above. I'll let you guys know how that turns out, right? But maybe some of you guys on here will be in that sample group and find out. Like I said, it's going to be a real first time we're doing it, see how it goes. And it's going to go with the funnel. So those of you guys that don't do the funnel, even though we might not say that word as often, third-party validation is huge. What better way to have third-party validation than other people also trying it, okay? So when you do that, it's powerful. It's very, very powerful. And like I said, I'm going to keep all of you guys posted, and some of you guys will be in that group because you'll have people that are trying product, and you'll be in there and testing it out, and then we'll just kind of evolve it after that. But it's got to be really controlled so that we can remove people once they've already ordered. The next thing that we're going to be working on is, what your goals are. You guys, when you got started, I think so many people get hung up on what their teams are doing. And I want to strongly encourage you to get back to what you are doing. Okay. You can be there to support your team, guys. I work my business every single day, and I'm there for my team. Like, you can ask anybody on my team, because I know there's other people that are not on my team. That's why I'm saying this right now. That you can message me and I'm going to answer you, except for I didn't see a message a little bit ago, but I try to get caught up, but I get a lot, but I spend time like doing certain stuff during the day. I check the chats, and then I have to go to work and I have to follow up and I have to do my action steps. When I came in, guys, I didn't have a team. So I needed to go get 4 customers and I needed to go get 4 promoters. And I stayed focused on getting those 4 customers and 4 promoters, and then teaching those 4 promoters what it is that you do. But you can't get so held up on what your team is doing or not doing and then forget to work your own business. So really get back to the basics. Make yourself up a VIP 800, VIP 1600 sheet. Put a goal out there that you're allowed to go and do whenever you achieve it. Maybe you want to go get your hair cut, but you have been like mom guilting yourself into why your kids needed those damn new shoes that they just had a brand new pair of shoes. Okay, so quit mom guilting yourself if you're a mom or you're a dad, and go and get your damn haircut. Okay, Kim Kingsley tells me all the time, Amanda, did you go get that massage? And you know what? I still haven't gone and got that massage, but I made up for it because I went and got a massage chair, right? So I want to encourage you guys to set a goal for yourself of something that you can go and do. Maybe you want to go take a freaking bubble bath, turn on some music, and just relax for an hour away from the world, without your cell phone, without your kids dragging, whatever. Tell your husband, listen, I'm going to go and do this, but I've got to hit this goal first, right? Whatever you want, but set a goal for yourself. It doesn't have to be monetary, right? It can be anything. Just you want to go to a freaking movie by yourself. I don't know what people like to do, or a walk by yourself, or something. Reward yourself. So go and try to get 2 customers and get 2 promoters. Make that, and then guess what? You're going to have some extra money to go and do whatever activity it is that you want to spoil yourself and do. I know for myself, I don't go and buy myself a lot of things. When I go shopping, a lot of times it's all my kids, right? And I think a lot of other parents are like that. But, our kids should see us also treating ourselves, because if they don't ever see us treating ourselves, then they'll never understand like that they're allowed to treat themselves as well. Okay, so you got to remember the messages that you're sending out to the world. Another thing that we are going to do is setting our goals for September as well. That's going to be one of the days in the next 7 days for this reboot. And you guys, you have 4 months going into the end of this year. 4 months that you can do whatever it is that you want. I can tell you, just in this past week, I've noticed a lot of people coming alive. A lot of people, their kids are getting back in school. They're getting back in the motions. Their stress of how they were going to pay for school supplies, how they were going to get schools closed, their kids' tuitions, like all of these things that were massively like weighing them down all summer. Like, how am I going to be able to do this? And trying to fit vacations in and all this stuff. Right now, their kids are back in school. The stuff is done. Now they're dealing with the after effect, right? Now they're dealing with the after effect. And now is when they say, okay, I got to get my butt moving. This is when people either A, go get a second job, because now their kids are in school, they can go and do that or whatever. But I want to encourage you guys, and I'm not telling you to, quit your jobs or anything like that, but I want to encourage you guys to find a way to book yourself out a schedule. If you work 9 to 5, get up an hour earlier. Work your business, get some positive affirmations out there, do some personal development on your way to work. Maybe shoot out a couple messages, definitely put out a post for the day as you're heading out the door or whatever. I used to do that when I worked 7 to 7. I always posted right as soon. I didn't post when I first woke up, because that would have been a nightmare. I would always post as I was getting ready to walk in the door. Like, I took a screenshot of myself. Hey, got my, Thrive on, whatever. And I'd walk in the hospital that way. And I'd always say I was going to work, right? But anyways, get yourself like a schedule of things that you want to accomplish. I know Sarah was talking about not too long ago. She was talking about the fact that, you know, she's got 2 little ones, and trying to divide that time up and being there all day with them by herself, you know, she didn't know how she was going to do it. And the reality of it was that when they took a nap, she worked her business. When they went to bed, she worked her business. When she got a free second, she worked her business. You know, I see Madison doing that all the time, you guys. She was getting ready to go into labor, okay? And she was posting, and she was completing a challenge. And then she went and had a baby. She posted about the baby, and then she was doing another challenge. Meanwhile, she you know, she was having a baby, and she has a little baby, and her husband's deployed. Now, I'm sorry, but if that little girl can do that in the midst of being in labor, having a baby, being there by herself, her husband's not even able to be there with her, and she's finding time to make this happen, I think that pretty much a lot of other people could too. Okay? So shout out to Madison, because that's freaking inspiring as shit, and it helps me kick my butt and say, what the heck am I making an excuse for, right? Why am I making an excuse? Because I don't even have little babies anymore. I have bigger babies. And I'm at softball practice or soccer practice or whatever, you guys, and I can tell you that every single time I meet new people that later become my Facebook friends, and before they know it, they end up becoming my new customers or new promoters. And that's just the way it goes, because I talk to them, right? I'm not working my business the entire time that I'm at the field. Today I was, you know, videoing and doing a live, and, you know, taking pictures of my kid and all of that fun stuff. But I also take the time to build those relationships and get to know people and so forth. So quit making excuses. And if you need this and you want this, then it's time to say, I need to get back to square one and own up to what it is that I need to be doing. And what do I need to be doing? I need to be working my business, which means you need to be actively growing your network. You need to actively be using the products. You need to actively share the products and what they do for people, not just share the 3 steps, but actually what the results do. That's why these testimonies are in. I want to encourage everybody, if you have not shared your testimony, to get your testimony sent in to my Thrive experience at lavelle.com. Okay. And we'll be sharing that link again here over the next couple of days, because I'm going to put a challenge out for that as well, because those testimonies, guys, when your friends see you on the fan page and people sharing it, and they see all the likes and all of the stuff, they're like, oh, my friend's serious. Like, maybe I should check into this. You see, there's a big difference between somebody posting one time a month or once every 2 weeks about these products and what they're doing to them. People don't see your timeline, guys. People don't hear your voice. So the more that you share about it, the more people that are going to understand the depth of it. Does that mean that you need to post like spammy messages all over your Facebook every single day? Absolutely not. If you go, you'll see that there are ways to do that without, you know, spamming your page. I just went and bought some contract paper, and this is one of the tips that I wanted to share over this last month. I have really done a lot of self-reflecting of what it was that I like. First of all, I want to preface and say that I had an awesome June signing customers. I signed customers in July, but I was not in the right headspace, right? So I've done a lot of personal development, but then I came into August with this mission of accomplishing getting my Instagram back on track. And I came in with this intention with helping my team learn the basics. And I'm pretty sure that they've all learned the basics now. And we just had an Instagram Zoom the other night. And honestly, it was the bomb. I think it went over like a ton of the basic things, but also great ways to help you grow and so forth, right? And all the years that I worked Instagram, I was always missing one thing. And that one thing was me. I was just posting pictures. I was just trying to get sales. I was just trying to get new followers. I was just sitting there liking people's photos, commenting on people's photos. I was not, and you guys, you've probably heard this a million times, but until it clicks, you're not going to get it, okay? So what I realized over this last month as I was starting to pick it up, and I'm going to be honest, I actually hired an assistant to help me because I wanted to go back with my original Instagram that I had. And the problem is that I had a bunch of ghost followers. I had a bunch of people that weren't liking, weren't commenting, weren't all these things. So I actually hired an assistant to help me in areas that I couldn't do. And she helped me unfollow a crap ton of people on times that I needed to be doing other things, you know, with our team and so forth. And she helped me create my highlights, which in turn helped me understand how important and how awesome they were. If you go to my Instagram now, it looks so much better, but it's so simple. And I think Kayla Fox is actually going to do a live or some kind of something to help everybody figure out how to create their highlight tabs and so forth on Instagram. But here's my thing. I want you guys to understand something. And this is, maybe if I read one of my posts, it'll help you. So before my Instagram, I'm going to, and this is such a huge thing, and this is all I'm going to say about it. But because I've done this with Instagram, now I'm starting to realize that I'm doing the same thing on Facebook. My post and my interaction has gone whoop, like way up. And it's because of the things that I've posted. So on Instagram, prior to this change, I would make a short post. I'm not going to show you. I would make a short post and it would maybe have like some words and then I'd add some hashtags, right? Not a whole lot of thought to it. So I said, okay, what are some things I researched? What are some things that you need with Instagram? You need to have a theme. You need to have something that draws people in. So what did I do? I went with a color theme that I really liked, something that brought out me, but also gave me that warm, fuzzy feel. So it's totally, totally me. So my posts now, they go with, like, I have like, I don't even know, some of these. Okay, so I posted this post yesterday, and all it is it says she's going places. And it's a picture that I took when I was at Hobby Lobby. 175 likes on that post, okay? That's pretty darn good. But I also have 22 comments on that post. People just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with me, right? My post says, and I want you guys to think about this, because before I might have just posted that picture and said, I really need this picture, right? Not a lot of thought goes into it. Not a lot of people are going to answer. In this, I posted a call to action, which is somebody replying, but also sharing how I felt whenever I saw that picture. Said, I saw this picture today at Hobby Lobby and almost bought it, but then I decided not right now. When I was a little girl, I always wanted to travel. I never knew how people traveled the world, but I wanted to. After I graduated, I barely could afford my bills, let alone travel anywhere or go on trips. It wasn't until after I had both my daughters and I got involved in network marketing that I finally got to see so many different places I otherwise would have never experienced. Next trip is to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee next month, and then Cabo in October. It's absolutely a blessing. If you're like me and always wanted to travel and never did, start now. Find a way. Those memories you make seeing the world will forever be something you cherish. So basically, I'm asking people, like, if you've wanted to travel and you want to do this, why not now, right? I shared how I truly felt. You guys could hear in the way that I shared that it was me. It's how I felt and what I always wanted to accomplish. But also, that is an indirect way of sharing my opportunity. Okay? I didn't say join my team. I didn't say make this much money. I talked about traveling. I talked about trips, just like Cabo. You guys could be talking about that, even if you're not going. Just the fact that the company offered you an opportunity to do this, and you talking about you can't wait until you can do that. Okay? that is a way for you to share the opportunity and truly the way that you feel. So as I've dug deeper into sharing my own thought, instead of just throwing up on Instagram and putting it out there, guess what? I have been so much more intentional on the people that I'm following. Who is going to relate to me? Moms. Moms of teens, moms that have third graders, moms of girls, moms that have kids in soccer, moms that have kids in softball. That is who my audience is. Okay? That is who is going to relate to me. Moms that are in their mid 30s or late 30s, like me. People that can share experiences of funny things that are going to be relating to me, like, what was popular when I was a teen, and different stuff like that. Like, those people are going to be who I'm going to be targeting. So those people are going to be more of the people that are going to like and comment and want to get to know me. And what's happened, I only post 3 times a day on Instagram now. That's what I've chosen as my number. Normally once in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in the evening time. People can post as much as they want, but when you realize that it's the quality of what you're posting and what you're putting out there and the relatability factor, and then you're following the audience of those same kind of people, maybe you're a hairstylist. Those would be that would be something that you would want, to share. If you're a hairstylist and I go to your Instagram and I don't see any hairstylist stuff on there, I'm going to think you're not loving it. But what you're not realizing is that you are missing out on your target audience by not sharing what you do in your life because you're just worried about sharing Thrive. Like, quit. Share what you love, and I promise people are going to react, guys. And you have to stop overthinking it so much, and you have to really start to look inside yourself. So this has been an aha moment for me because I realized, what do I love? I love sharing. I love making people happy. I love talking and hearing about other people's experiences. So why have I not been sharing that to get that back? Because you attract what you put out there. Okay? If you put out there, who wants to join me for free and make $500 to $1,000, I'm going to be honest with you guys, you're probably going to attract a lot of people that are never going to invest in their business and want something for nothing. I'm not saying you always will, because I've definitely signed some awesome promoters from those posts, but I'm saying don't get frustrated about your promoters that quit when they never invested in the first place. If somebody needs to make this work and they have $0 to their name, then it is your job to teach them how to pre-sell and how they can get that product in their hand. Okay? And when you do that, it goes twofold. They feel like they succeeded at something because they achieved their first goal, but also they are then going to be able to teach their new promoters, and it becomes a duplicatable system versus them just continually signing free promoters and all of them being frustrated about why they don't have any customers or promoters, because it's hard to share with somebody how they can become a promoter and get these products in their hands if you yourself haven't done that action step. So I just want to encourage you guys, get back to who you are and what your why is, and then dig deep and then put that out there. Instagram, Facebook, put it in stories, put it, for me, I tried to go back into Snapchat and all that other stuff. It makes my head spin. I am just focused on Instagram and Facebook. I am mainly social media. And I can just tell you guys that, we have such an opportunity here. And I know that a lot of you guys get frustrated because you're like, why are people not joining me? I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But I want you to ask yourself, are you really adding 10 quality people that can relate to you on a daily basis? Are you actually going in and following up? It doesn't have to be every week, guys. Find out when people want to follow up. Are you actually taking the steps and moving forward? Are you actually focused on your team or the people that aren't joining you and aren't signing with you and so forth? Like, it has to come back to an accountability of why you decided to join in the first place and where you want to go. And then I challenge you guys to start unfollowing. I posted this a couple weeks ago. Start unfollowing people that are negative or that don't support your goals and your dreams. start unfollowing them so you don't have to see it. And when somebody comments negative, don't tolerate it. People don't ever comment like the negative crap on my personal Facebook. And I think the reason why they don't is because, I don't know, maybe I scared them, or maybe I just deleted enough people or blocked people. I don't know. But people don't normally comment negative. And I think it's because they know I'm not going to go for it. Like, I'm going to shut their ass down. Excuse my language, but I'm going to shut them down. And I'm not going to shut them down in the fact of me just going to argue back and forth. I'm going to shut them down and delete them or block them and not tolerate them, because I don't need any of that. I don't need to justify what I do to anybody. I don't need people on my page to be blasting, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, because their ignorant butt doesn't want to look up Google and figure out what a pyramid scheme really is. Like, I don't need somebody on my post doing that. So I delete them and get rid of them. I also unfollow people that I don't vibe with, that are just complaining. And you're going to be around those people all the rest of your life. I mean, there's a lot of people that, they don't have a job. Why don't you have a job? Because I went and applied one place and didn't get one. What is that? No, if you need a job, you're going out and applying everywhere you can until somebody says yes. Doesn't matter what kind of job it is if it pays your bills, right? So here's the deal. Like, if people need money, then you work. Whether that's at home or that's in a workplace, wherever provides a check, you go above and beyond. Our situations, guys, there's always going to be a death in the family that's happening, or a loved one or a friend. As you get older, and those that are older than even I am, or maybe even younger, because it's hitting the younger generations, will tell you that, I mean, every time I turn around now, I feel like there's somebody that has died. I'm just going to be honest here. Okay. And there's somebody diagnosed with cancer. There's somebody having a baby. There's somebody getting married. There's somebody, something going on. There is always going to be something going on. So you have to decide, how long are you going to keep on pushing off the things that you want? Meaning, your kids are going to be grown one day, and that trip to Disney isn't going to mean as much. Okay. So we have an opportunity. Meet people where they're at. I'm not sitting here and telling you to work like a millionaire if you don't want to. If you don't want to work, if you want to make $200 a week, great. Let's focus on customers. Let's focus on helping you learn how to get promoters. Let's show you how you can continue to grow your network. No matter what it is, you still got to do the stuff to help you get farther, or else you're just going to be at a standstill. So you have to do things that help you grow. And my team has been big on personal development this month. I'm so super duper proud of them. And I don't know if they realize it, but I don't know if it's that personal development that's doing it, but holy crap, I've seen some life happening, like, and kids being back to school, of course, this week. Like, I don't know if it's because people are like reading this personal development. They're like, crap, I'm in my own head. Like, I'm in my own head. I'm the only one stopping me from doing this. I'm the only one stopping my growth. Okay. And I want you guys to realize, like, I'm the only one stopping my growth. You're the only one stopping your growth from happening. At any given time, you can hop on a Zoom. At any given time, you can post on the team page what you need help growing with. At any given time, you can hit the search button on the team pages and type in a topic that you're struggling with: referrals, VIP 800, how to grow my network. You can go to the Lavelle fan page. You can share a story. You can submit your own story. You can jump on Facebook and share a live. The only thing stopping you from doing those things is you, because you're afraid, or you fear the way that other people are going to judge you. You guys, until you realize that nobody else is going to pay your bills, nobody, trust me, nobody else is going to pay your bills. Nobody else is going to make sure that your kids have food in their mouth. I mean, you might have people that, would make sure of that, but I'm saying nobody else is going to be there that's doing the homework with your kids, making sure they have what they need, those special moments. And nobody else is going to make sure that you get that dream vacation that you've wanted, or your kids have wanted, or that house that you've been wanting, or that porch that you've been wanting, or, just whatever it is. Nobody is going to want it more than you want it for yourself and for your family. So whatever you decide, You just have to be willing to put in the effort behind those dreams. So the bigger the dream, the more effort it's going to take, the more rejection you're going to come up against, the more people that are going to tell you no, the more customers that are going to quit, the more promoters that are going to join you and quit, the more people, period, that are going to come in, get discouraged, and you have to be able to pick them back up and keep on moving forward. Okay? But you can only help people as far as they want to be helped. If they just want to complain, you got to let them complain. Complain in an empty inbox, okay? Because I don't want to hear it. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you message me and you tell me like all the things that you're struggling with, then I'm going to help you try to figure out a game plan and how we can change that around. Okay. So as a leader, if you have team coming to you and they are just complaining, here's what I suggest. And this is my first thing I do, guys. I said this to people the other day, and then I promise I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to ask some questions at the end. But when somebody comes to me and tells me that they are struggling, that they're talking to people, they're doing this, they're doing that, the very first thing I say is, how are you working your business? I ask that because if they're not working it mainly on social media, then my next question is going to be, are you doing events? How many people are you talking to every day? When's the last time you were on a three-way call? Blah, 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 right? If they are working social media, my next question is it okay if I take a look at your Facebook? Yes? No? A lot of times, most people that are struggling, and I'm not telling everybody to go public, but I'm just going to be honest, you are going to have way more reach. I know Amanda Campos had gone, she had her page private mainly, just to friends for a long, long time. And over the last couple weeks now, about a week. Is that Amanda? About a week. She made certain posts, not all of them, certain posts public, and holy crap engagement. Holy crap. Like she was like screenshots, like, look at this, and I'm like, holy crap, and it's because so many people weren't seeing it. And what happens, guys, when other people are getting on and other people are interacting, other people see that you are live. But if they weren't friends with you before, they didn't see that stuff pop up. They didn't see when their friend jumped on. Okay. But they're going to see that kind of stuff and yes, sharing her post. So then it makes other people want to come and follow her because they like the kind of stuff that she's sharing. That's how social media works. So I just want to encourage you guys, like whenever you go and you have somebody discouraged, go check out their Facebook page. Go see if it's public or if it's private. Because if it's private and they have 100 friends, well, no wonder they're struggling. Because they've been advertising to the same 100 friends that won't even like and comment on their kids' posts. Okay? Your engagement is way low. You need to say, if I go to somebody's page and I see they have like one like or they have one comment and they don't have anything else going on, well, my immediate suggestion is, girl, you need to go, or hun, or guy, or whatever you are, you need to go and you need to like on some people's posts. You need to go and comment on some people's posts. If you want the love, you need to give the love, okay? And the same thing works with, if you want to be a friend or you want people to friend you, you want people to follow you, you better go follow people and you better like and love on their stuff too, okay? So it's all a matter of literally building your network. Does that mean you're friending people just to have them order or sign with you? No. And if you think that, you are going to royally screw yourself, okay? You need to be focused on getting to know people, becoming good friends with those people, building relationships. Do they need to be your BFF? No, they don't. But I can tell you, in almost every single company that I can think of, who I would recommend other people to go to if they would come to me and ask me questions and say, hey, I've been thinking about trying this, right? Sure, I want them to try my stuff, but I don't sell makeup. So when they tell me what they're looking for, I can say, okay, this person's with Limelight. This person's with Unique. This person's with Mascara. Here you go. And I'm going to recommend certain friends, right? Why am I going to recommend those certain friends? Because those certain friends also like and comment on my page. They also put out stuff that I can relate to or that I like to follow or like to see, right? So you got to remember, it's not all about who's going to be your customer or your promoter, but who's going to refer somebody to you. Okay? Because, grandpa refers people all the time to people to go and eat, go places to eat, go shop, go buy your tools here, go do whatever there, right? So you go to a store because somebody recommended it to you. The other day I saw something posted about Taco Bell and some green apple drink. I bet you before Halloween gets here, that apple caramel frozen drink or whatever is going to be all over Facebook land. And everybody's going to go to Taco Bell and buy it. Why? Because their friends recommended it. Lots of you guys are probably going to go to Taco Bell and buy it now because I just sat there and talked about it. But it looks so good. But anyways, okay, so has anybody got any questions? I know we got 10 minutes, and I know Talissa and Giselle are going to do a power hour right after this. So I want to wrap it up. I just want to make sure that anything that anybody has questions about, I can help. And I didn't read any of these messages.
I just want to say something real quick.
Yeah.
I know I always jump in, but I have to say, I was like so hesitant about going public because nobody really knows all my business, but I had a serious custody battle with my son's father, and he hasn't seen or talked to him for like 3 years. So I don't put anything with my son public at all. So for that reason, I had not put anything public about me at all. But after I listened to Amanda last week on this same Zoom, I said, okay, fine. Because I post motivational things every day or like happy things, because happy thoughts, like it really helps y'all. I'm telling y'all, I was literally a shit show and pissy pants all the time. But when you post something positive every day and somebody tells you, oh my God, that makes my day, or oh my God, I look forward to your post, it makes a difference, okay? So I put a post, nothing out of the ordinary, just something I would typically did anyway. The very next morning, I had 8 shares. And the reason why I had 8 shares is because it was public. If it wasn't public, people would have stole my post and I wouldn't have got no credit. But since it was public, they could share it. So even if Dominic's dad is looking, he could be like, oh, she's so freaking happy. So, and when you go live, I'm telling y'all, I had 700 views on my live last week because it was public. This morning I went live, and literally from this morning I have over 230 something views. And that never happened because, like Amanda said, I was showing it to the same people over and over again. So in between the day, I've actually posted less because I'm working more hours, and since Facebook took away buffer. So I'm literally forced to make myself post, which means when it's busy, I can't post as much. So I'm posting less, but my engagement is so much more because of little things like that. Making it public so people can share it, going live at least once a week, if not more, interactive posts. Like today I put, what time you put your kids to bed? I have like 30 comments. I haven't even read all the comments just because of those things. Like the engagement makes a difference. And that's where you're going to get new customers from. They might not be right now, but next month they're going to be like, she is pretty freaking cool. She's so cool. I think I'm going to talk to her. So I have to say thank you, Amanda. That was huge. So that's my big tip.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's so, so true. And you guys, I'm going to tell you too, there's people, I'm friends with that. I don't know if you guys ever do this or not, but if you don't, you should. But when you see your friends commenting and making a post, okay, like I'm talking about your non-thriving friends, all right? And their friends are then commenting, all right? Here's 2, I'm going to give you a couple more tips, and then I swear I'm going to shut up. So when their friends comment, okay, if what their friend is saying resonates with you, reply back to that friend. Oh my God, I thought that too. All right. Start a conversation, meet new people. When you do a live or when you do a post, go through and comment on each and every single one. I'm really bad about this, guys. I'm still working on it. I've been trying to do it more with my lives. It might not be immediately, but it's that same day or the day after. Unless it's just like somebody saying, oh, da, 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 and complimenting or something, then you can't, it's hard to say like thank you or the same thing to, I don't know. Some things are hard to reply to, right? But go back through and comment on every comment, thanking, start a conversation or whatever. If you want an example of doing this, go to my most recent post. You all can go to my most recent post. And I asked an opinion, okay? I asked an opinion, which is about my kids having 3 minutes between lunches or between classes and no lockers. And anyways, I just wanted people's opinions on it, right? So then every single person that commented, guys, I commented back. And then later, I'm going to go through and I'm going to like all of those, okay? Because that's going to continue to bump that up. And you do the same thing when you do lives, and it's going to be huge. But when you see a friend, like today, a friend of mine posted, and she asked for an opinion, okay? I commented on that post, and then I noticed she was on my post next, okay? She was on my post next. This friend, I don't even hardly talk to her, but she popped up randomly on my timeline today. So I commented on her posts, one that I probably would have normally scrolled by, but I commented because she was asking for an opinion on something. And because of that, that made me stop and think, every action, there is a reaction, right? So if other people comment when you ask a question, that, or if you're likely to comment when somebody asks a question, aren't other people? Plus, people like to talk about themselves. People like to give their opinions, right? You don't want to post like all day long about stuff that you're asking for opinions, but I can promise you, you know, it's a great debate. Stacy is wonderful at doing this. She posts the most controversial things. I'm telling you, not, and that's not everybody's cup of tea. Okay. I don't normally post those as often just because I don't want some of the people on my timeline to go at it and kill each other, especially my mom. But I don't post a lot of that, but Stacy does. And I'm going to tell you what, she says it, no fighting. Like, basically, she puts people in their place. Like, you're not going to go do this on my timeline. No attacking each other or anything like that. But she's got great interaction because of that, right? So don't be afraid to ask people's opinions. I ask people what kind of tennis shoes I should get. And now I'm like obsessed. Like, I got to go find out about these Brooks shoes that everybody is like recommended to me. But anyhow, yeah. So I hope. Thanks, Amanda, for adding that in, because I think it's so important for people to realize like how incredible the reach can be for that. And just as we finish this month, focus on your 2 customers, focus on getting back to the basics and doing these action steps. If you have been feeling like you're lost and you're just putting stuff out there, because you guys, all of us go and have that happen on a time, at times, do some personal development. If you can't afford a book right now, if you cannot afford to go and buy a book right now, go on YouTube, look up Rachel Hollis, listen to some of her videos. Go and listen to some Les Brown, go and listen to some of these awesome people. If you just type in inspirational, motivational, whatever you want, you're going to see stuff pop up. Look up some of the authors of some of these books that you see people posting. Leaders Eat Last is a great one if you're struggling in a leadership aspect. It's just, your why needs to be at the forefront all the time. There was somebody that said, what was it? I can't remember. It lost my thought. But I can tell you, all of these different things, I'm getting ready to have a leadership retreat in like 17 days. And I thought about it really, really hard. What kind of things I wanted to do when we were there, what kind of, ideas I had in my head. And I don't want to give it away. I wanted it to be a reflection constantly and something that is going to help each of them grow that are there. So my biggest thing to give to each of you guys and to tell each of you as we close this out is that you have to take a look at yourself in the mirror, and you need to tell yourself that you're worthy. You need to write down those affirmations every time the negative starts speaking in your head, and you have to get a plan and start working it on a regular basis. Go grab yourself a calendar. It doesn't matter what it is. Draw yourself some lines, get some paper, whatever it is. Journal, talk to yourself, tell yourself that you're worth it. Write down what your goals are. And then every single day, you need to be able to see those goals, and you need to be able to focus on them and not focus on the outside things or the things that you haven't achieved yet. You need to focus forward, because the more you sit there and focus on what you haven't, or you don't have, or you haven't reached, the longer you're going to not reach them and not have those things. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for hopping on. I'm sorry I just talk, but I'm pumped. I'm ready and excited. And this week is going to be incredible. Every day is going to be action-packed. Not overwhelming, simple, but I encourage each of you to find out what it is that drives you, who you are, and start putting that out there with a little bit more thought and heart, and be vulnerable in the sense of sharing your goals and sharing the things that you hope to achieve. And you can never go wrong, right? Who's going to shoot you down for being a dreamer? Buttholes. That's all. Delete, block, unfollow. All right, guys. I love you. And the Zoom for tonight, the Power Hour, the links should be on every page. I'm going to double check that it's on Level Up, but if it's not, I'll put it there. But it's definitely on Pacesetters and the Dream Team. Bye, guys. I'll put this up as soon as it's done downloading.